Hey everybody, this is Joseph Graves, the founder of I Hate Buying Insurance. And this is another one of our low budget but no pressure videos. And right now I'm going to talk about the types of health insurance plans. This is from a 1,000-foot view of the different types that you can either buy on your own or group coverage. But I'm going to go through these really quickly so that you understand what's in the marketplace, give you some of my insight, and hopefully keep this less than 3 minutes. All right, so you're probably thinking, well, isn't all health insurance the same? No, of course it's not. It's America. We've got variety here. And I actually like that we have variety because it allows you to decide if you need health care, where to go and what to get. So let me doodle on the board real quick. So the first type and what most people get is group coverage. That's from your job. I'm not going to get into that a whole lot because most of us understand that. We've either had it, we have it now, our parents have had it, whatever. The purpose of these videos is typically folks buying their own private health insurance. So let's not worry about that one. So we've got number one. Right now, the filming of this video, it's October of 2018, and we're still under the Affordable Care Act. Or for most of us, the Unaffordable Care Act, but no politics, no politics. Affordable Care Act, Obamacare. C-A-R-E, anyhow. So that's one type. And so if somebody says, oh, I've got an Obamacare plan or an Affordable Care Act plan, that just means it's following the law. The law is a rule book, and in those rules, it has to do certain things. Like, it sounds great, covers all pre-existing condition, maternity for every woman. Even if you have had surgery and don't have bits and pieces, you still get maternity. And all these other things that are covered, and that's part of why it's actually really expensive unless you get that subsidy. But that's your first type of plan you should consider, at least look at, when you're buying your own individual health care plan. Now, there's rules that you can only buy at certain times of the year, or if something happens, loss of coverage, divorce, whatever it might be. But that's our full major medical across the country, available in all 50 states. Number two, which is very rare. I don't even know how many states, but there are still a few traditional health plans. This is good old-fashioned underwritten plans. And in Tennessee, that might be a Farm Bureau plan. They're gonna ask you like 69 questions about your aches and pains, bruises, and all that stuff, and then make an assessment on what's covered, not covered, or to what level. So it's kind of like pre-Obamacare insurance. Most states don't have one of these plans. I assume somewhere else in the country does other than Tennessee, but that's a traditional health plan, pre-Obamacare. Three, which are very popular, short-term medical health. This, my analogy is this is like renting an apartment, when this one is like buying a house. This is more permanent, long-term, bigger overall coverage, where buying an apartment, you're usually on like a 1-year lease. And then you have to renew. Why would somebody want to lease a health plan versus maybe owning one? Well, these cost about 1/4 of what Obamacare costs at full price. So if you're younger or healthier, in between jobs or whatever it might be, short-term medical plans, kind of like car insurance, that's on a year-to-year term. Short-term medical plans are very affordable because they're much lower price and give you the big network, doctors and hospitals to go, co-insurance deductible, maximum out of pocket, all that stuff. It's just, there's not as many frills. You don't get an annual exam. There's no maternity. That does not cover pre-existing conditions. But if you're healthy, not pregnant, don't care about that stuff, it's a great alternative for people. Number four, healthcare sharing ministries. Trying not to rock that. Healthcare sharing ministries. These are mostly Christian organizations. Actually, they all are tied to some sort of faith-based organization. It's a club. You pay a monthly amount, you get to join the club, and everybody shares your medical bills. So if you're a non-tobacco using Christian, and there's one that's more liberal, person of faith, this might be a great alternative in an Obamacare world, or a Trump care world, or a Hillary, whoever is president down the road, and they keep monkeying with this stuff, might be a great alternative. Again, if you're a person of faith, non-tobacco, and in pretty decent health. It's usually about half to third the price. National network with a couple of them. It's a great alternative for those who don't want to pay the high price of Obamacare. And then last, limited medical. Limited med plans. Just quickly, if you go online and it sounds too good to be true, here's some key words. Private health insurance, first dollar coverage, national network with Cigna or Aetna, which are great companies, but what these things are is it's kind of like Aflac on steroids all put together, but they market them to sound a lot like a real major medical plan. And what's funny is there's a company here in this market and across the country that it costs almost just as much as this stuff. But things like they don't cover certain things with heart attack. There's no cancer in situ. There's a lot of things when you read it, diabetic supplies are covered at $15 a year. So we cover diabetes, $15. So before you fill out that web form or you actually buy one of those plans, you got to understand if it's truly at its core a limited medical plan. So kind of from top to bottom, group is probably your most comprehensive, followed by ACA. If you have a traditional health plan in your area, that's something you can apply for. Short-term medical is what a lot of my clients are going to see this year, and we help people enroll in about 5 different healthcare sharing ministries. And limited medical should be just to complement these and fill in the gaps. It should not be your primary healthcare plan. What's the time? What are we at?
7 minutes.
Oh my God, I said 3 minutes. I'm very sorry. I just get long-winded. But this is important, so I appreciate you staying, watching through this to understand the different types of healthcare plans. This is Joe Graves. Low budget, no pressure, little long, but thank you for watching this video on the types of healthcare plans.